यशोदनन्दन भज जनरञ्जन यमुनतीरावनचरी यमुनतीरावनचरी जय राधा माधव कुंजा बिहारी जय राधा माधव बिहारी गोपी जनवल्लभ गिरिवारधारी गोपी जनवल्लभ गिरिवारधारी यशोदनन्दन भज जनरञ्जन यशोदनन्दन भज जनरञ्जन यमुनतीरावनचरी यमुनतीरावनचरी जय राधा माधव कुंजा बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंजा बिहारी हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jam Vishnupad Paramsa Pravartikacharya Stottarashat Shri Srimad Srila Abhay Shanaravinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki Jai Ananta Koti Vaishnavinda Ki Jai Namacharya Shahardas Thakur Ki Jai Prem Sikaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda Ki Jai Jai Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Shyama Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan Ki Jai Nitai Gaur Pramanande Hari Bol. Oh glorious assembled devotees Hare Krishna. Oh glorious assembled devotees Hare Krishna. Oh glorious assembled devotees Hare Krishna. Oh glorious Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. Oh glorious Srila Prabhupada. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaputari Shmataradana Swami Tinamine. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaputari Shmati Bhaktivedanta Swami Tinamine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatadeshatarine. Om Ajnanaतिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवंश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपदान् सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्त राधा कान्त नमोस्तुते। तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वंशकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितनां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानन्द श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृन्द। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. It's just over these mics. So we continue our discussion on the life of Lord Chaitanya and his personal example also. And to mostly that we can illustrate this his life and teachings, we take example from his own written Shikshashtakam. And yesterday we discussed how the holy name is delivering us 7 benefits, 7 treasures, we can say, beginning with cleansing the mirror of our consciousness, and so on. And then we discussed in the afternoon, thank you very much, how the holy name has all different potencies, and not that he's all potent like Lord himself, but he has also different potencies to deliver us from all sins and so on. And basically everything like Krishna himself, because there is no difference between Krishna and the holy name. So we mentioned different potencies of the holy name, different shaktis, because Lord Chaitanya says that the holy name has all different shaktis. And we didn't conclude the second verse. Shishirada, what was the name? Govinda Madhava ki jai, Shishi Gauranitai ki jai, Shri Krishna Balaram ki jai, Radha Govinda Madhava ki jai. Yes. So the next point in the second verse of Shikshashtaka is that there is no hard and fast rules for chanting, no prescribed time. We know from the Vedas that there are many different prescriptions in what state of bodily state also one can chant different mantras and perform different pious activities. Yes. And if there is small discrepancy, one can get completely opposite result. And this is exemplified in Srimad Bhagavatam when they try to create a demon to destroy Indra. There was only one word with the wrong accent. Not that was the wrong word, but the accent wasn't perfect. And the completely opposite result came out. Yes. Instead of Indra Shatru, they said Indra, I don't know, with long A or short A, something like this. Shatru means enemy. And they maybe said Indra Shatru, a little too long A, and everything was wrong. And so it came out that Indra was the enemy of this demon, and this was famous Vritarasura. And finally Indra killed the demon instead of the demon killed Indra. But for the holy name there are no such prescriptions, and even if someone is not able to completely properly pronounce the holy name, I don't know about French. Do you have problems with H, to pronounce H? No? Not really. Okay. But I heard that the Chinese, they have problems to pronounce R, isn't it? They R, and they pronounce it as L. Lama. Hale Lama. Yes, but although it is completely wrongly pronounced, one can say, they attain all the result of chanting of the holy name. Because Krishna is bhavagrahi. He accepts our bhava, our heart. And by understanding this, we should even more we should be even more careful at our chanting the holy name, because it's our heart that counts, our bhava that counts. And if our bhava is somewhere else, not longing for the Lord, Krishna will accept our bhava. That means he can give us all material benedictions. The holy name has this potency also to give us whole world if we want, to give us different material opulences, and definitely to keep our heart in the material world. And as long as we have our heart in the material world, there is no possibility to develop spiritual understanding, deep spiritual understanding. It will be just superficial. Yes. Once my Guru Maharaj explained a story how he was bathing at the confluence of Ganges and Yamuna in Prayag. And when he was on the shore, he saw a hawk circling in the sky. And this hawk was getting lower and lower. And when he was quite close, I don't know, 5 meters away, the hawk plunged into the water. And there was a great skirmish under the surface of the water. And then this hawk came out with a big fish in his talons. And then he was flying higher and higher, and this fish was desperately flapping in the talons of the hawk, but couldn't escape. So if the point of this story is, if this fish would swim a little deeper, the hawk would never be able to get her, to get it. So it's similar to our life. There is hawk of fate circling around in the sky, just waiting for the time to seize us. Yes. And if we don't swim deep in spiritual consciousness, if we will stay on the surface, just superficial, we'll be just torn out of our comfortable life or uncomfortable life, in whatever way we take it. But if we are superficial in our life, we'll be taken out forcefully, like this fish was. Yes. And we'll definitely end up dying again and again and again. Yes. So, yes, the holy name has this potency to help us to go deep, if we are ready to go deep. Because we should understand that the spirit is free. The spirit is always free. This is the very nature of spirit. And if we want to keep our material boundings, we'll be definitely allowed to keep material boundings, because spirit is free. We can choose. Either we want to be bound or we want to be free. Yes. So, if we want to be free, we should get beyond these material identifications and this false ego that keeps us bound here. Yes. But if we want to remain bound, no special endeavor is needed. We are already bound. Yes. Hare Krishna. So, there is no special rules for chanting of the holy name, because the Lord is all powerful and is present at all times, everywhere. And there is a famous story how Lord Chaitanya taught us by his personal example how this applies in every situation. For example, once he went to the toilet or to pass stool, and because he was so addicted to the holy name, he considered it to be impure in this condition. So he was unable to stop chanting. So he was holding his tongue with his hand to not chant. And then the small boy, Gopal, saw him, and he said, "My Lord, what are you doing? Why do you hold your tongue like this?" And he said, "I'm in unclean state. It's not proper to chant the holy name. It's an offense to chant the holy name in such unclean state." And then Gopal said, "For you it doesn't matter because you are the Supreme Lord. But if ordinary jiva, ordinary soul, dies when passing his stool, what will be his fate?" Yes. And for the holy name doesn't apply any rule. He was teaching Lord Chaitanya about this principle from Shikshashtakam. And then Lord Chaitanya was so pleased with the teaching of small Gopal that he named him Gopal Guru Goswami. So he became a Gopal Guru. Everyone called him Gopal Guru from this time on. Yes. And he said, what you have said is perfectly correct. Yes. Everyone should chant the holy name in every condition of life. Kirtaniyak Sadahari. Yes. Sada means always. We should always chant the holy name. Yes. So yes, but for other processes, it's very important. It's different times and so on. Yes, and proper pronunciation. The proper priest is performing different rituals. We can see also in the Bible, it's also mentioned this, how certain priests should perform this sacrifice of animals. Otherwise, it's very interesting. If not special priests perform such sacrifice of an animal, and then this animal, which should be brought before the temple of the Lord, if is not eaten in a proper manner, then the performer is guilty of spilling blood. It's the same as killing a human being, and should be terminated out of the society, killed basically. It's a capital punishment for killing an animal in the wrong way. Yes. This is not commonly known amongst Christians because no animal is properly killed now according to Bible itself. Hare Krishna. Yes, so we can see that for these different pious activities, there should be strict rules, but not for purely transcendental activities, like chanting of the holy names. Yes. And speaking of Christianity, also Jesus said, you should always pray and never get tired of it. Yes. So yes, we should follow the instruction of these great personalities. And then in this second verse, it is mentioned Durdeva Midrasha Mihajana Anuragaha. Durdeva means misfortune. I'm so miserable, Lord Chaitanya says, that I have no taste. And this Durdeva, or misery, means apathy towards service. So we can check ourselves if we are apathetic towards service or we are enthusiastic about service. Because what is this apathy towards service? Means basically not understanding who we really are, that we are always the servant. The living entity cannot be anything else than just a servant. Even if conditioned, he serves all the time. Even if someone is most ardent atheist and most selfish person in the world, still he's serving 24 hours, 7 days per week. Yes. Immediately when he wakes up, he takes his body to the bathroom and cleans it and feeds it and brush it and putting clothes and ornaments and different ointments. Yes. So, and feeding it. I believe we already said this. So, and trying to provide anything for the enjoyment of the body. Yes. Or if he's a little more a little less selfish, he serves his dog. Yes. And take it out and feeding it and brushing it and bathing it like a deity, actually. And it's modern in now to at least in the winter, to put clothes also on dogs. This was something unheard of 20 years ago. But now they're doing this regularly, I can see. even if dogs are these Scandinavian dogs, or even I don't know, from the North Pole, still they put in some clothes to keep it warm. Hare Krishna. Yes. So, but if instead of serving Krishna and his devotees are serving our body, just our bodily needs, and we are apathetic towards Krishna service, this is the sign of Durdeva, of great misfortune, actually of that our consciousness is helplessly bound. Yes. So, because we should know that serving with great enthusiasm brings the most deep pleasure in the heart. Yeah. But of course we shouldn't perform service to experience this most profound pleasure. Then our motive is also impure. Yes. We should serve for the pleasure of the Lord. And then he says that because of his Durdeva, of his misfortune, he is not able to taste anything. And we discussed that taste is crucial in our life, because we are anandamayo vyasat. We are the pleasure-seeking living entities. We want to be happy. This is our nature, to be happy. We cannot live without happiness. So, if we will not taste something spiritual, we'll definitely try to taste something material, because we are used to taste material things. We are used to enjoy material life. And we know that we can derive some pleasure for the senses. So we are much attached to such pleasures. Yes. I've heard one lecture from His Holiness Kadamba Kanana Maharaj, just few months, 1 month before he went to his last journey to Vrindavan. He had a lecture in Bhaktivedanta Manor. I was there at the time. And he said that he has disciples who text him every day, different messages. And different type of nonsense, actually. And he said that I could tell them to rather read Bhagavatam instead of texting me and spending your time on your phones. But I don't tell them, because I know they are addicted to their phones. They cannot give it up. Yes. So we should not become addicted to any material things. Yes. This addiction can be of anything, actually. Whatever we consider that it's pleasurable. Yes. We become addicted to it. So therefore, even if we are engaged in devotional service, if we are lax, if we are not, if we don't perform tivra bhakti, very intense devotional service, then we will tend to seek pleasure in material world helplessly. Yes, we cannot help ourselves. Therefore, it is explained in second canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, akamah sarva kamava moksha kama udariti tivrena bhakti yogina echita purusham param. That even if we are completely akama, completely without any material desire. Or there is another explanation of akama, because Krishna says, Aksharanam akarosmi, in 10th chapter of Bhagavat Gita. Amongst the letters, I'm letter A. Therefore, akama means we have desire for Krishna. Yes, means without material desire or desire for Krishna. So even if we are akama, but if we don't perform tivra bhakti, intense devotional service, will be overcome helplessly with material desires. Yes. This should be very deeply understood, because one may tend to think that I'm in the process for 20 years, or 30 years, or 50 years, and so I'm protected. Yes, we can be protected, and on the surface it may look like that we are devotees, Paka devotees even, but our heart will search for little happiness here and there, at least in the material world. And there is a trap, and one can think these little attractions here and there are not problematic. Yes, I'm chanting my 16 rounds and reading Prabhupada's books and so on. So little attraction here and there, no problem. But this is a problem, as we explained yesterday, because this is not anya bilashita shunyam. This is not the process of pure devotional service. Yeah. If there are anya bilasha in our heart, and there is anya bilasha, even if we don't want it, there is other desires in the heart. But if we have this attitude, I want to get rid of all these other desires, then it's the practice of pure devotional service. But if we take these little desires here and there as no problem, then we cultivate anya bilasha instead of desire to get rid of it. And if we perform devotional service like this, we'll never achieve love of God. Never. Because, as Prabhupada said, if you have desire for one chocolate, you'll get the body to taste it. Yes. Hare Krishna. So, I remember there was a devotee in Slovenia. She had a cancer, and she was an initiated devotee, and there was she had some surgery, and before she was put in this sleep state, what's it called? Anesthesia. Yes, the general anesthesia. The doctor said to her that she can think of something pleasant because it's not necessary that she'll wake up. and she was perplexed what to think about. Can you imagine? And then she said the surgery was happily she waked up, and she explained to other devotees, and she was thinking what to think about, and she was thinking about her garden instead of Krishna. Hare Krishna. So this is not a joke, actually. We can laugh, but yes, it can be dangerous. Can be dangerous if we are attached to something very much. And yes, she had a wonderful garden. so she was very much attached to the garden. And one can become attached also to the service, to Krishna, some particular service. And he doesn't allow anyone to take this service because this is my service. Yes. So this is also material attachment because I am the best in this service. Yes. We should be attached to service, not to particular service. Yes. We should be attached to service to Krishna, just to serve. Service attitude. We should have service attitude. Yes. So, and Prabhupada translates, although this is not specifically mentioned in the verse itself, but usually the whole different commentators translate this word like this, that the Lord Chaitanya says that I am unable to taste anything because I am committing offenses. And these are 10 different offenses to the holy name, that one should be extremely careful about them. And we don't have time to go deep in each of the 10 offenses, but I shall mention few of them because they can be dangerous if you don't properly understand them. So, one of the most grievous offense is, of course, to blaspheme the Vaishnavas, because the holy name is propagated by Vaishnavas, and therefore Vaishnavas are extremely dear to the Lord, and if someone criticizes Vaishnavas, blaspheme them, he will definitely lose any taste for bhakti. Yes, and there are so many examples. And it's interesting that Lord Chaitanya, when he delivered Jagai and Madai, they were dancing, and Lord Chaitanya, before they were dancing, he embraced Jagai and Madai, and he became completely black. Yes, his golden form became completely black. And then he asked Advaita Acharya, how do I look like? And Advaita Acharya said, you look like Lord Shyamasundar. Yes, like Govinda Madhava, who is black. Hare Krishna. And then Lord Chaitanya ordered, Kirtan, Kirtan. And everyone began to sing the holy name. And gradually his blackish form vanished and again golden form appeared. And he said that all these sins of Jagai and Madai will enter those who blaspheme Vaishnavas. Yes, who criticize Vaishnavas. So we should take it seriously. It's not a joke to criticize Vaishnavas. And not to follow the instruction of the spiritual master is also very grievous offense. Yes. It's dangerous because one may accept a spiritual master because of social pressure, or because it's fashionable to have a guru, or because of any other reason than desire to surrender to Krishna. Then the tendency will come to hate our guru. Why? Because from time immemorial we were number one in our eyes, in our heart. We were always number one. But when you accept authority, when you accept guru, then you are not number one anymore. You're number two. Because you should give your life to Guru. And if you're not sincere in your surrender to your Guru, this position of number two will start to annoy you. Even if Guru doesn't tell you any specific order, but still this psychological idea that you have some superior will be distasteful for you, and you will unconsciously start to find faults with your Guru. Yes, and immediately when this happens, your spiritual life is finished. Yes. So we should be very careful to be sincere in accepting our gurus. Yes. And then one of the really grievous offenses is artavat, to think that the holy name, the glories of the holy names are exaggeration, yes, or imagination. Because yesterday we mentioned that even by namabhas, not even by the holy name itself, but by namabhas, just semblance of the holy name, one can be delivered from all sins that he is able to commit. And not just in present life, but in past life and present and future lives also.
This means by casually saying Krishna's name without thinking about him or something like that?
Yes, if it is without offense.
Oh, without, yeah.
Without offense. This is important. If there is any offensive mentality in our heart, then this potency will not be manifest. Yes. And this is exemplified in the story of Jamila, as we mentioned yesterday. So we will not go again to this story. Anyone who wants to hear it, you can listen yesterday's class online. Yes, so if we don't have faith in the holy name, this is very grievous offense. If you think this is just exaggeration or imagination, then to perform sinful activities on the strength of the holy name. This artavat we mentioned just now, that not have faith, that thinking that is exaggeration. Our acharyas explained that if one is guilty of artavat, that he is not even counted as a Vaishnava. He is not a Vaishnava. And another offense, this that we commit sins on the strength of the holy name, is also classified as a Vaishnava. That we are not Vaishnava, because we just want to exploit the holy name for our sinful tendencies. Yes. We want to cheat the holy name. But as Krishna says in 10th chapter of Bhagavat Gita, that he is the best of cheaters. So we'll be perfectly cheated. Yes. If you want to cheat Krishna, yes, we'll be cheated. Yes. Definitely we'll be cheated. So and the next offense, which is very important to understand, is eighth offense, which usually we repeat is that we think that the holy name is one of the rituals of karma kanda, but this doesn't touch our heart at all. But what this really means deeply is performing or chanting with desire to achieve any material purpose. Yesterday we mentioned that we chant the holy name with this idea: please make me healthy, or make my wife healthy, or let me get a better job, or let my son and or daughter had good spouse, or anything like this, or let me protect me from thieves and burglars and so on. If we have any such desire in our heart, and we chant with this intention, this is the eighth offense to the holy name. We take it as some material means to achieve, for means to achieve some material goals. Yes. And then, which is also offensive, is to keep material desires, although we have heard so many things about it. Yes. So we already mentioned these material desires, even if there are some small material desires here and there, no problem. It is a problem, because it's an offense of the holy name. And no one can achieve anything by offenses to the holy name. Yes, Namabhas can give us liberation also, but Nama Parat cannot give us liberation. Yes, but can deepen our material attachments. The holy name has this potency, because if we show our desires for material pleasure, Krishna will help us to achieve material desires. Yes. Hare Krishna. So these offenses are really destructible for our spiritual life. I don't know if it's wise to go to the next verse now, or it would be better to discuss it in the evening. What do you think? Yes, so if you have any question or comment, please.
I just wanted to ask you, how many devotees without any desires, you know? Any material desires, I mean. How many of them do you know?
I don't know. How can I know?
No, you know your friends or devotees, no?
Yes, but how can one tell?
Yeah. By the symptoms.
By the symptoms. I can say yes, but I don't know. I can say yes. But as we mentioned yesterday, and I don't know if we mentioned today, by performing sadhana bhakti, by definition of sadhana means that we are not pure yet. Yes, because we are not siddha. That means that we have some impurities still in our heart. Otherwise, if there wouldn't be any impurity, we would be siddha, not sadhaka. So, but this doesn't mean that we should be attached to our material desires, although they are in the heart. But we should pray to the Lord to remove all these material desires, because we are unable to. We can understand, yes, I'm unable to give up all these desires, but I don't want them. Therefore, I beg you, my Lord, please help me to get rid of these desires, because they are a great obstacle to my relationship to you. Please help me in this regard. I'm helpless. And also Krishna explains this in 7th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. He says, Devi Hesha Gunamamayi Mama Maya Duratyaya Mameva Ye Prapadanti Maya Metantarantiti. My Maya is Duratyaya. No one can overcome it by his own strength. Yes. No one. We are completely helplessly bound. But mam eva ye prapadanti. If one surrenders only to me, eva, certainly, mayam etantarantiti, one can go beyond this maya. So, if we turn to Krishna with sincere heart, please help me, I'm helpless. I admit that I'm helpless, that I cannot get rid of these desires myself. Please help me. Please help me. If we have such hankering for pure devotional service, then we are following the path of pure devotional service. Otherwise, if we think that these little material desires here and there are no problem, then we don't follow the path of pure devotional service.
Of course, just for example, the people, maybe they care that they sleep, what they eat. It's not like Goswamis, okay, this day I sleep under this tree, that day under that tree, or this day I eat or I don't eat, it doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know anyone like that in the present ISKCON society, or at least they don't show it externally.
Yes.
Because even the big people, the sannyasis, they make sure that their needs are taken care of.
Mm-hmm.
Most of them, they come, okay, we invite them, so it's our.
Yes.
It's okay, but they always give us. I have these requirements.
Yes. I cannot judge anyone because I'm full of material desires myself. But our internal attitude is very important. If we admit ourselves that we are helpless and we pray to the Lord, and this is actually a good exercise to be satisfied with whatever comes in our life. Yes, this is very good exercise, and one can practice it. And another exercise which is connected to this one and recommended also in Chaitanya Charitamrita is to not defend ourselves. Even if we are accused of doing something that we didn't commit, we shouldn't say anything for our protection. Yes, this is very difficult exercise. Yes, we should just silently accept it. Yes, this should be practiced actually, because we are so much attached to the comforts of this body. That should be practiced as far as we can go in this direction. And if you are sincere and pray in this way, as we mentioned, to Krishna, that I am helpless, please Krishna help me, then Krishna will definitely help us. Yes. Hare Krishna.
You mentioned about service and duty, and my question is that, is the duty same for everyone? In my opinion, I think no, because in context of Mahabharata, Barbaric was asked to give sacrifice while Arjuna wanted to attain sannyasa when he was having the confusion. Then God gave him instruction that no, you must be the medium and do the fight. So how we decide that what is our duty which we have to perform? They were the fortunate ones, they were instructed by the God at that time. So how can we know what we are supposed to do?
Yes, thank you for this question, very important. Guru Padashrayas Tasmat Krishna Diksha Dikshikshanam Vishrambena Gurukseva Sadhu Vartman Vartanam. It is instruction of Rupa Goswami in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu that we should seek guidance from a spiritual master, and then we can understand what is our duty and what is not. Of course, Krishna puts us in different social roles with some purpose. And general rule is to perform these duties according to our social roles as sons and daughters and students and teachers and in different positions that we have in life. We perform those duties with mentality of serving Krishna with these duties, and also using our money that we earn through these activities for propagating Krishna consciousness to ourselves and to all others. But more specifically, we should seek guidance from great personalities. So if one is serious, he will seek guidance.
And you, in your lecture, also mentioned about not disrespecting the words of Guru.
Yes.
And you mentioned about it's a fashion to choose a Guru, which is true, even I see it in my culture. So the question which comes is, how should an individual choose a Guru or search for a Guru, or the Guru finds the disciple or disciple finds the Guru? I think disciple cannot find. How will disciple know that this is the Guru I should accept or something like that? I think you get what
Yes, yes, yes. Very important question. First requirement of a disciple is to be sincere. Or a spiritual seeker is to be sincere. Not try to find some shortcuts in spiritual life. But to seek genuine spirituality, how to surrender to Krishna, basically. Not to how to become Krishna myself, but how to surrender to Krishna. This is first requirement. Then we should search for such a Guru that teaches us this, and not just with his words, but that we, according to our estimation, that we believe that he is in love with Krishna. Yes. Most addicted to Krishna. That he cannot live without Krishna. And of course he has to have scriptural knowledge. As Lord Chaitanya, he said, Kiba Vipra Kiba Nyasi, Shudra Kevinaya, yet Krishna Tattva Veta, say Guru Hai. So one should know the Tattva, or the truth about Krishna. So if one doesn't know proper Shastra, he cannot be a Guru. Yes. So addiction to Krishna and proper knowledge of Shastra is a good sign.
It's a good sign.
Yes. But Krishna will definitely lead you to a bona fide Guru if you are sincere and pray to Krishna, please show me the way. Yes. Hare Krishna. You wanted to ask something? Okay. Anything else? Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai, Shri Shikshaka ki jai, Nitai Gaur Pramanande, Hari Bol. Please accept my humble base. Vanchakalpatarubhascha, Kripasindhu Patitanam Pavanibhyo Vishnavibhyo Namo. Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai.